Hi guys. So today I want to share a little bit about celibacy because it's the most important part of embodying your higher self. Because the higher self is a entity beyond duality. Okay, it is a state of non-duality. And 3D sex, or what we call the prison sex, the matrix sex, the nonsense sex, the deception sex, the trauma based sex, all the shit that is uncleared, that kind of sex is not going to help you to embody your higher self. Okay, we belong to a different community, right? So we have to be talking about the ancient wisdom teachings around sexuality. Okay, we have to read about it, we have to listen about it. Okay, we have to listen to those wise people who know about it. Okay, because the media will always sell you cheap things, okay, expensive. Okay, the real treasures are not found out there in the media. The real treasures are not found out there in the movies. People don't share such things. Okay, look out there, the ascension journey is rather vague. There are few good ascension teachers available, and this has been continuing since ancient times. There were kings who used to always favor their people, and although they were ascension teachers, although they were like the Melchizedek, they would never give the ascension teachings to the people that they didn't favor. Okay, they would always reserve it for a few. Because come on, this is about ascending out of the matrix, right? So anyway, today I'm going to give you some tips on celibacy. Okay, see, you have to start seeing the truth of your system. You don't understand your system, and this is a very sophisticated system. Okay, this is what we call metaphysics. And the most challenging part about understanding your systems is that you can't see. I'm sorry, but the third eye is not open, and even mine is not fully open. Okay, it's activated. I have my kundalini here, but it rises and falls. It's not like staying there. Uh, because I'm clearing my twins karma, so it keeps coming in through my heart center, and then I purge it. So there's up and down of kundalini. So the thing is, you have to redefine the sex urge. Okay, you have to redefine it in the sense, what are we taught normally? What are we taught? Okay, we are taught that it is very healthy. It is very healthy, guys. If you want to live on planet earth as a human being, it is very healthy. Keep doing it over and over again and losing your kundalini, and keep doing it over and over again, and you'll never ever ever raise your kundalini. It is only for those who want to create a twin flame union. It's only for those who want to transcend to a different level of reality. Okay, we have to be talking about things like white tantra. What is white tantra? It's beautiful. It is beautiful in which we don't lose energy. There is a difference. There is a difference, because I have experienced the third dimensional trauma based sex, and I have experienced the sexuality of the merging with the higher self. Okay, when the higher self merges with you, the energy moves upwards. Okay, and it's like a multiple orgasmic state, and you don't lose energy. The energy moves up, it goes to your head, then it circulates back into your system. It doesn't move out, you don't lose energy. It's beautiful. But this is only available to those who have cleared and balanced their chakras. And I've been doing this work since I can always remember. I've always been doing this kind of work. But there was a point where I didn't know that this was ascension work. Okay? I thought it was just astrology. I started by studying astrology and figuring out what was. Basically, I wanted to study the ancestral karma. Okay. So I started out with astrology, and I didn't know I was doing ascension work, but it all amounts to ascension work. Okay, because you are embodying lost parts of yourself. And your astrology chart, especially the planet Ketu, which you call the south node, denotes those parts of your soul where you're having traumas and lost soul fragments. Okay, you're having lost soul parts, you're having stolen DNA codes. Okay, and I use all these kinds of harsh words because for me it's more important how I teach. Okay, and my teaching modality is not sugary coated. It's not, because basically, like, I come from a certain background. Twins are soldier souls. Okay, my divine masculine is a soldier. Okay, so we have that kind of a way of presenting things that is non-sugary coated. Okay, but it is very goal oriented, so that it goes in your brain and you remember it. Okay, you can call it me judging you, fine. You have to experience being judged at some point or the other. If not me, your mother will judge you. If not your mother, your wife will judge you. Okay, at some point somebody or the other is going to judge you. You cannot, and life does this intentionally, so why not just get it done through my channel? Okay, because life will always show you the mirror. You can't run away from it, and you can't hate your partner for showing you the mirror. You can't hate somebody else for showing you the mirror. It is the natural process of life. Okay, so let's come back to my point. I was talking about how to maintain celibacy, how to raise the kundalini. See, the goal is not maintaining celibacy here, guys. The goal is raising the kundalini. Okay, the goal is not going against sexuality. The goal is evolving our sexuality to fifth dimensional sexuality. Okay, that is beyond expressing the traumas unconsciously through our sexual acts. Okay, because whatever that is in the unconscious mind will get expressed through your sexual desires. Okay, and this whole process is about healing the unconscious mind. So what will happen if you heal the unconscious mind? Naturally your sexuality will heal. Okay, and from trauma based sexuality, okay, from losing energy sexuality, from sexuality that doesn't really honor the divine feminine, okay, from that kind of a process we are going to transcend to a something like a white tantra system. Okay, which was the ancient form of sexuality. By the way, it is known as the sex of the gods. Okay, sex of ascension. Okay, and in India we have a lot of temple culture around that, a lot of images, paintings around that, but I feel that some of the books on the subject have been altered because no one really wants to share this knowledge really seriously. It's only when the kundalini activates all your chakras and you start getting these downloads, you start seeing the things clearly, guys. It's only when you spend 3-4 hours daily in meditation you start seeing these things and you're able to share these insights with your community. Okay, a lot of people comment on my video saying, you have a lot of judgment against these things. I am ruthless when it comes to ascension. I'm ruthless when it comes to embodying my higher self because I don't have a choice. Because twin flames, their life turns into a heaven if they embody the higher self, and their life turns into a hell if they don't embody their higher self. So I will do anything to get out of hell, right? And so should you if you are a twin flame. Okay, because the middle path is not for us. Okay, we are put in an extreme state of life. Okay, extreme. Okay, so there is only one way. You have to embody your higher self to get to the other side, the positive extreme, and for that you have to keep your kundalini raised. So let's redefine the sex urge. So what is the sex urge? Let me tell you one thing, guys. Media tells you that the sex urge is pleasure. Okay, it's a pleasurable activity. No, the sex urge is a disguised form of expressing a hell lot of pain and trauma, of the suppression of your opposite polarity. You had to polarize into two aspects, okay, which is known as the anima and the animus. The animus is the male side, which is unconscious for a female. The anima is the female side, which is unconscious for a male. And whatever parts are unconscious, it is suppressed pain, right? It is suppressed pain. So whenever you have the sex, especially during the Kundalini process, when the sex urge arises, it is an expression of deep pain of lack. Okay, and you have to note down this word somewhere. It is an expression of the frequency of lack. Like you want to go to the store and you want to buy bread because you're hungry. You want to buy milk because you're hungry, but you don't have the money. What is that called? That is called lack. Okay. Now in your system, you don't have the feminine codes. You don't have the masculine codes. What is that? That is poverty. That is lack. That is you being robbed of your soul parts. Okay. This is extremely sad and scary. Okay. This is what it is. It is the frequency of lack. Okay. But our system is very sophisticated in the sense it doesn't want you to feel the pain, so it disguises the pain of lack and poverty into some kind of pleasure. Okay, because what happens is when the pain comes up, it's too much for the psyche to bear. Okay, so immediately there is a mechanism where the psyche seeks pleasure, cope with the pain. Okay, so that is what happens. So we have to redefine what appears as pleasure is not pleasure. It's the poverty. It's the state of being robbed of your soul parts, guys. Okay, if you had all parts of your soul, you would be a balanced entity. You would be existing in 5D. You wouldn't have all the issues at your workplace. You wouldn't have to interact with shitty people trying to drain your energy. I mean, if you had all your soul parts, you wouldn't have psychic cords to negative realities. Okay, you wouldn't have that mother who really didn't meet your needs. Okay, that is because all this is the pain that comes out in sexuality. All this pain, the root cause of all your negative experiences lies in your unconscious, and the key to the unconscious is sexuality. That is why the Siddhas and all had special practices. Okay, because once you unlock your unconscious and heal your unconscious, whether it is done through spiritual practices, sadhana, or any kind of a sexual practice, that is power to get out of this prison. And your twin comes in your life and mirrors all this shit to you. He wants to get you out of this matrix. It's not his fault. But the teaching is done in a very painful way. He teaches you things not in a Jupiterian way. He teaches you things in a very Saturnian way, which is like, I don't care about your sensitive nature. You are going to learn this. Okay, and the more painful the lesson is, the better you'll remember. And guys, it has been true with me, because it registers. It registers. Somebody will talk to you in a very sweet voice. See, all those videos, you don't remember them, but you'll remember my videos, because the kinds I use, words I use are strong. Okay, and I don't mind if you don't like my videos or you judge me for it. Okay, this is me. This is my way of teaching. Okay, and why would I give that up? Okay, so a very important key in the process of releasing Kundalini and coming to a place of having 5D sex, or the sex of Ascension, or the sex of regaining your soul parts, the key is redefining the sex urge. It's not pleasure, it's your state of poverty and lack. It's not pleasure, it's a state of the pain of loss of your other polarity coming up, and then you begging for it outside. Remember that, because it's a state of begging, right? It is a state of begging because how much control do you have over it? Okay, if you had control over it, that would show that you are in a place of wholeness. But the very fact that you don't have control over the sex urge shows that it is a state of begging, it's a state of lack, it's a state of desperation, and it is a state of pain, not pleasure. Remember that. So, what do you have to do? You have to be present to that pain, and you have to go into your sadhana practice. If you're doing Kundalini yoga, if you're doing Kriya yoga, whatever practice that you're doing, whatever sadhana that you're doing, do that sadhana at that moment, even if it is for 15 minutes. Then what you will observe is you'll start getting insights. Okay, certain incidents could come up, certain emotions could come up. Okay, something will happen. Okay, and for me, when the Kundalini rises, it's literally like soul parts returning. Okay, it's literally like soul parts returning. So this is what I want to share, guys. We have to define sexuality for what it is. It is not an act of pleasure. It is an act of seeking what's lacking inside you. It is an act of expressing the lack inside you. Okay, that is as long as you are not balanced. Okay, but after you're balanced, okay, now note the difference. After you're balanced, that sexuality is 5D sexuality. That never comes from a place of desperation because you're whole. That is a sexuality where you have to have a partner whose chakras are balanced. Okay, like he won't polarize you, because the moment somebody polarizes you, whether it's your terrible people that are around you or whether it's a sexual partner, the Kundalini will drop. Because that's what toxic relationships do, no? They polarize you. They put blockages in your feminine aspects, they put blockages in your masculine aspects, they polarize the system. The system gets polarized, how Kundalini will rise? So the sex has to be a sexuality that is non-polarized. What is non-polarized sex? It is the white tantra, okay? It is a sex of ascension. It is the 5D sex, okay? It is the sexuality that is expressed from a state of deep love and respect for the divine masculine and the divine feminine, that honors the presence and balance of these two energies in the system. That doesn't come from a place of desperation, but it comes from a place of wholeness and willing to share one's energies in a respectful, loving way. Okay, it is not like that is why you have to complete this process first. Okay, you have to do the chakra balancing first, then you will understand these things. Because if you just comment on my videos from a place of imbalanced chakras, you lack the experience. Okay, so you are coming from an intellectual place of what is right, what is wrong. We are talking technicality of how to raise the Kundalini, how to embody the higher self, not morality. Okay, so redefining the sex urge is what I wanted to share with you today. It is an expression of lack. So when you feel the sex urge coming on, realize that all the opposite aspects within you, be it divine masculine, divine feminine, whatever soul parts are stolen of yours, wherever that you are empty, broken and have holes inside your soul, all that pain is coming up. So that is pleasure? That's not pleasure. That is not pleasure, guys. That is a deception. Okay, so with this I'm going to end my video today. If you like it, please like, share my video. Feel free to share it in your groups, on your blogs, on your Facebook profile. Okay, subscribe to my channel. You can book a session, and you can also check out my artworks. You can commission a portrait with me. Okay, and I will see you again next time. Bye for now.